everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley. I post writing related videos every week. I don't know when I post videos. Hi everybody, my name is Haley Haggerty. God, when will I do this right? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley Haggerty. I post writing related videos every Monday and Friday of every week, and I'm so excited to be talking today about my 2020 goals, or no, 2021 goals. I'm going to be doing the 2020 takeaway tag started by Jenni, aka the Right Mama, and I do know that this goal video is a little late because by the time that this goes up, 2021 will have already started. But hey, better late than never, am I right? Also, I'm being very careful not to touch this wall behind me because it just got painted and I'm very scared of the pink paint getting all over my new sweatshirt. So please excuse me if this video looks weird or if I'm like hunching over sometimes. Yeah! So the first section on the 2020 takeaway tag is all about writing. What kind of creative work did you do in 2020 and how did you feel about the end result? Draft, edit, blog, publish. So in 2020, I actually did a lot throughout the year. I finished the 4th draft of my main project that I'm going to start querying this January, Project Secrets, aka Secrets of the Neath, Elven Gay Girls, which is super fun. I finished that project. I went through at least 3 rounds of edits with my beta reader, and I am finally ready to say that I prepped it enough to start querying this month, which I'm so excited about. I wrote a synopsis, wrote a query letter, had to figure that all out, and I think that this is the project that I am super serious about, which is really good for me to know, because while I've written a lot this year, I've written so many different things, which is wild, crazy, but also thank you 2020 in a way that I've had more time to write, I guess, which is another plus. Future Haley here. What I wanted to say is that when I usually start writing something new, I tend to shove all my other projects away, so I'm really proud of how I kept up with this manuscript even with all the chaos and other projects I started this year. In addition to my main project, I've also drafted 2 new projects. This isn't even counting my plays, but I participated in NaNoWriMo, which was amazing. I wrote a whole new story for that, something completely new. It was inspired by this Netflix show that I watched for like a week. Basically, I put my own spin on it, so it was troll hunters, but girls, but also gay, queer girls saving the world, which is what every single project needs. Also, going off of that, I feel like I really got into my groove of what I'm choosing to write about, what I'm intentionally choosing to write about this year across all my projects. I really want to, write projects that include parts of my identity that I am just, I don't know what this is, that I am just being like a shark. I've been making a huge effort to include more of my identity that I'm comfortable with, talking more about my identity as well as a queer author, writing queer characters, really making an effort to write about things that I would have liked to see as a little kid, which I think is also super great, and it's just been really heartwarming for me and also very affirming as well that I've taken the leap and I'm not writing, fan fiction anymore, and I'm not writing the stereotypical characters that I knew about when growing up and when I was reading all these things that I wanted to read. I feel like I'm taking it to a whole new level this year, and that is something that I'm really proud about. I feel like I didn't answer the first question enough. In addition to getting my main manuscript ready for querying, I actually took the leap and I subscribed to Query Tracker. I've been making a list of all my agents that I want to send out, that I want to query, and I think that's a huge step for me as well, because this time last year I think I had the idea to query, but my project wasn't quite up to snuff, so I'm glad that it's really in a good spot where I can get around to querying it. That's my goal this year, honestly. That's like my main goal, get around to querying my project, which I think is a good goal. I don't know what my hands are doing. I don't know what they're doing. How would your protagonists react to the chaos of 2020? Hoo boy. So, I think that Alma and Robbie, well, Alma mainly would try and problem solve her way out of it. Either that or she would want to focus extremely on one thing that she can do to help, whether that's herself, whether that's her gang of kids that she hangs out with. I also feel like she would want to take it too far and want to solve all the world's problems, because that's just who she is, and that's a very admirable trait. But then Robbie, on the other hand, would try and bring her back from doing too much and be like, hey, this is what we have to focus on. You also need to focus on self-care for yourself. Now I'm realizing that my characters are trying to do some self-talk for me. Phoebe, on the other hand, would probably take comfort with all her friends. She would find it really, really hard to be separated from a lot of people, and she would convince all her friends to be in a pod, especially because if she's going to be saving the world even through 2020, you kind of have to pod with the people that you're trying to save the world with, right? Right? And then in my newest project, I don't know if I've talked about it in full yet, but I'm basically writing a YA fantasy meets The Prom, aka the musical The Prom. It's going places. Elle is the protagonist, and she is another adventurer that I'm really, really liking. I think she would also be another go-getter. She would want to rally her town, rally her friends, and do whatever she can to help. I think she would want to do it all herself, much like Alma. They're both shy away from like authority figures, so I think they would make a really, really good tag team in like helping their community and standing up for people, just making sure that their friends and that their community get the help and the care that they deserve. I realize that I'm talking about this like my stories are set in some kind of like perfect utopia where this happens. It does not. Thank you, 2020. What is a positive writing lesson you will take with you into 2021? Daily vlogs do not work for me. No, but seriously, one of the lessons that I would take away from 2020 and carry it into 2021 would be to fall back on my community that I've discovered. That writing sprints really, really work for me. Like writing with people, writing in a community, writing as a group, just having so many people cheering you on has really, really helped for me, and I'm really, really grateful for it. So I don't know if that's like a writing tip. Also, I tried Comic Sans at the beginning of the year. I tried drafting in Comic Sans. I might make a video about that soon, but that was another hack trick that really, really helped for me, and I was really, really surprised. So I guess I'll be taking that into 2021. Share a favorite quote you read or wrote this year. Ooh, that's a hard one. But for this moment, I was content to sit on the Dagda Falls cliff and watch the sunset die as I held Emery in my arms. It was enough. And for the first time in a very long time, I felt like I was enough too. I'm really trying to find one of my favorite lines from my main manuscript, but there's so many. She disappeared into the darkness, the door closing behind her. I settled back against my pillows, the room now illuminated by my personal fading light. It floated up to nestle among the constellations, making the entire room sparkle. The last thing I saw before closing my eyes was the gentle rain of light all around me. They landed as gently as snowflakes on a winter's eve, and I had no more dreams that night. But you only had to look at the bookshelf next to the fireplace, or the paintings that lay homely on the walls, to know my grandmother was not your average granny. Maybe the dragon tooth sitting in the corner shelf would give it away first, or maybe the large lopsided skull on the mantel would be your second clue. So these aren't strictly one sentences. They're more like paragraphs, but hey. This next quote is my favorite quote from Havenfall by Sarah Holland that I read this year, and I think was my last book of 2020. Whatever it takes to make this place safe again, home to anyone who needs it, with its doors open wide. So this next section is all about YouTube and Authortube takeaways from 2020. Something you did on your channel in 2020 that you are proud of. Well, I started it. Yeah, I started my channel. I'm proud of that. As of this point, as of filming this video, I think I have 175 followers or subscribers, whatever it's called. So I'm pretty proud of that. I've made almost like 100 videos, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost halfway 100 videos. I think the NaNoWriMo daily vlogs helped a lot with that too. In what ways did you and your channel grow in 2020? Speaking of NaNoWriMo, I did daily NaNoWriMo vlogs, and that was also during a time of huge upheaval in my life as well. So I'm super glad that I did that. While they were pretty stressful, you know, and I don't think I would do them again, it was really fun. And it was really good for holding me accountable as well for like finishing NaNoWriMo. I am pretty proud of all the different vlogs and the videos that I've made this year. I think the style that I definitely like the most is vlogging, especially because it's a lot easier for me than sit-down videos just with like all the distractions in my daily life. I definitely found them both, you know, really rewarding. I can't say anything to do with monetization or, you know, like hitting 1K subscribers, but I will say that the community that I've found and like the community that I've been accepted into this year has been super great. Some of the places that I've found especially rewarding have been Kate Kavanaugh's Discord server, my queens, you know who you are. I've also really liked reaching out to people for live streams and for like co-hosting with people. I would say out of anything that I've done this year to do with my YouTube channel, the community has been the one that's really impacted me the most. I, you know, sort of thought that I would find some sort of community because I do have experience with online communities as a whole, or like just doing a lot of things online, having a lot of online friends. I feel like this year just was the perfect time to have an Authortube, a writing community for me to like grow into and be a part of. So thank you, everybody. What is another channel that brought you joy in 2020? If I can do it, I'll have all my favorite Authortuber friends pop up on the screen right now. If not, they'll be linked down below in the description. But honestly, everybody that's here or everybody that's in the description brought me a lot of joy. Other than Authortube videos, honestly, it was Animal Crossing, the Sims 4 videos, specifically Sims 4 building videos, and yes, bloopers from The Flash, Supergirl, all the DC shows that I've been super into lately. Thank you all for warming my heart. Those aren't channels, but if I had to list some great Sims 4 channels that I really liked, it would have to be Little Simsy, James Turner YT, Deligracy, and Plumbella. As for Animal Crossing channels, I don't remember any of their names, but I do know that it was Maury in my Discord server that I'm a part of for Animal Crossing. Their channel has brought me a lot of joy, so thank you! So now we're gonna get into the personal section. What new hobbies or interests came out of 2020? Can I say YouTube? Since this year was the first step that I really took to film videos and to, you know, make my YouTube channel a thing, I would say that that's a new hobby, that's been my main new hobby. Other than that, video games, I guess. Even though I've already been playing a lot of video games before, you know, it was Animal Crossing for me. Predictable, I know. Also, Among Us, I didn't expect to like, but I do. It's really fun, so shout out to Among Us, I guess. I've also been really interested in just taking more walks, you know, like getting outside. It's one of those things where when you don't do it for a while, you don't think you miss it, but as soon as you can't do it for a while, you do miss it. Very much like going to the grocery store. What would you tell your past January 2020 self to prepare for the new year? Love your therapist. She is there for you. Also, look into finances more. Like, look into how to maintain your budget and look into how to set up your personal finances. Also, stay off the internet. Stay off Twitter. Oh my God. Do not go on Twitter past me. If you're watching this, if time travel has been invented, stay off of Twitter. Please. What 3 positive words can you focus on in 2021? Ooh, I don't know, is ooh a word? Okay, I'm gonna be very predictable here, but love, growth, and cats. I don't know. I'm really blanking on a 3rd word, but hey, if you wanna say what 3 positive words you're bringing in. People who are watching this video to 2021, please leave them down below in the description because I'd love to hear from you. What are 3 positive words that you're bringing into 2020? 2021. Oh my god, I feel like I'm going to be doing that for a while. So for this video, for this takeaway tag, I have to tag 3 people. So I'm gonna tag SR Forge, aka Sherry. Good luck with this. I'm also going to tag Life of Angelina. Good luck with this as well. And I'm also gonna tag Sarah Cahill, aka I Got a Blank Page. Good luck, all of you. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed going into a deep dive for 2020. Looking forward to 2021. Super excited. Super hopeful for this year. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any notifications for when I go live or when I have a new video. Thanks everybody and happy 2021! Woo! The morning of Barry Allen's kidnapping, he ran from Jitters into Star Labs with 3 croissants, himself, Iris, and Caitlin, 8 coffees, Nash, Joe, himself, Iris, Cisco, Caitlin, Cecile, and Ralph, and 1 chocolate glazed donut, also Ralph.